Today I'm going to inform everyone on the effects of nicotine on our body. Nicotine is a highly addictive chemical. It can cause an increase in heart rate, blood pressure, and the flow to the heart. Nicotine can also cause hardening in the arterial walls, which can eventually lead to a heart attack. Nicotine is the most damaging on our brain, heart, and respiratory system, which are the systems we need the most to stay alive. They're the ones that regulate most things in our body and what keep us breathing and alive every day. Did you know that smoking is not only obviously linked to lung cancer, but is also linked to heart disease, stroke, and other chronic diseases? Today, I'm going to inform you of all parts of the body that nicotine can affect. 50 million people in America today use some type of tobacco to get their nicotine. It is highly addictive and causes many problems related to the heart and organs in the body. The CDC, FDA, and other credible institutions have done a lot of research on the effects of nicotine in the body. It increases many risks for a lot of diseases, and overall it's poison to the body, and there's a lot of research to prove that. Nicotine affects what I said, the brain, the heart, and the lungs greatly. These are the organs that we need the most, and quitting smoking or any kind of nicotine in these organs will almost automatically be changed to have their close to normal functions that they had before you actually started using nicotine. So what that is saying is it's not too late to quit. If you're still using nicotine and you think it's just too late and there's no hope to quitting, there is, and it will almost automatically recharge your body to the way it was before. First, we're going to talk about effects of nicotine on the brain. Exposure to nicotine among the youth is particularly dangerous since it has been shown to have a key effect on brain receptors, making young people more susceptible to addiction, and there is some evidence that it may affect the developing of the brain, not just nicotine addiction, but greater vulnerability to addiction to other drugs as well. The FDA is investigating whether a direct relationship exists between the use of e-cigarettes and seizure risk and other neurological systems. Nicotine has also been traced to link with the causing regional efficiency in the limbic and paralimbic regions of the brain. By messing with these regions of the brain, it can be linked to Alzheimer's and schizophrenia, which are very serious and can cause many problems down the road. The effects of nicotine on the heart is what we're going to talk about second, and research regarding the impact of e-cigarettes on cardiovascular health has yielded mixed results. Some studies shown that the short-term exposure to e-cigarettes has no measurable harm on the cardiovascular health. However, others suggest negative effects on the resting heart rate, blood pressure, and the thickening of our arterial walls as soon as nicotine is inhaled. Another pressing concern of e-cigarettes in the cardiovascular health is the creation of carbonyl compounds from e-cigarettes. When these are found, they automatically make your heart rate faster, add more exposure and risk to heart attacks and things like that. And youth using these are very detrimental to people's health because down the road their heart is not as healthy as it should be at the age that they are. Nicotine causes many problems with the cardiovascular system and has been linked to many diseases. It decreases coronary blood flow to the heart by acting on vascular smooth muscle receptors and constricting coronary arteries, but it can also increase the coronary blood flow. This causes heart problems, which is, in short, can lead to heart disease or even cardiac arrest. The effects of smoking cigarettes for years has been researched for many years, and what's scary is the unknown of e-cigarettes because there hasn't been years of research because they haven't been around for years. We can't tell if someone smokes from their youth all the way till the day they die what effects it's going to have, because we have not had anyone that has done that, because e-cigarettes are a newfound way of getting your nicotine. Nicotine also affects the respiratory system. A recent and robust research have found that the use of these products have been associated with increased odds of chronic cough, phlegm in the bronchus, as well as asthma diagnosis. Ongoing case studies in vitro and things like that have shown that lung disease, just really bad coughing, and everything like that is linked to nicotine because of the way it is inhaled. The way it is inhaled makes it very dangerous and it is very detrimental on lungs and the throat. The respiratory system is affected greatly by the way it is inhaled. An interesting fact about nicotine is in 2017, 11% of high school students had the use of an e-cigarette in the past 30 days. By 2018, that number has risen to 21%, and by 2019, 27.5% of high school students had tried an e-cigarette. E-cigarettes are greatly growing in students among our age and even younger than us, high school. And that's very scary because we don't know the long-term effects of e-cigarettes. We don't know when we're 95 what e-cigarettes and the use of nicotine can do to our bodies, because we are used to seeing how people are affected by smoking, but e-cigarettes contain different types of nicotine and different aerosols and things like that people have never studied before, which is very scary because we don't know what kind of outcome that is going to have. In conclusion, nicotine has great effects on all parts of the body and is a very dangerous chemical to be putting into your body. Nicotine has very life-altering long-term effects, and it is scary how much the numbers of nicotine have increased in just a few years. Stopping nicotine use can reverse almost all of these effects. By the time of a year, they're almost completely reversed. It's never too late to stop nicotine, and the organs that keep you alive are affected the most, and that is what makes it so deadly. The brain, the heart, and the respiratory system are greatly affected by the use of nicotine, and there are many diseases solely based from nicotine with these organs.